It's a new year, but the same old me bringing you all the board game news from the past 2 weeks. Hello, I'm Matthew and welcome to the Watch It Played news. We start this week by talking about a couple upcoming board game tournaments. The first one is for Bang, which is one of the games that got me into the hobby. And I tell you right now, I would go in very confident to this one, which would make the defeat feel worse. Bang recreates an old-fashioned spaghetti western shootout for 47 players who each randomly receive a character card to determine special abilities and a secret role card to determine their goal. Of course, achieving these goals, sheriffs and deputies versus outlaws and even renegades in the mix, is all the more difficult when you don't know who you're meant to be shooting at. There's not much more than an announcement for an announcement, which is how the board game industry likes to do things, but DV Games said, "Howdy desperados, cowpokes and gunslingers, we're looking for you." This World Championship will take place over the year, and it looks as though the final shootout will have winners flown to Rome, and I would like to go to Rome. And they will have more information in January, so look out for that when you want to compete. And the competition continues in the second tournament to mention, which is also the sponsor that helped make this episode possible. The Ops Road to Gen Con Disney Sorcerer Arena Epic Alliances tournaments, which will culminate in Disney's Sorcerer Arena Epic Alliance World Championship tournament at Gen Con this year. Epic Alliances is an inviting, expandable skirmish-style game that pits popular Disney characters against each other in non-lethal combat. And if you want to be crowned bestest in all the world at the game, then you can head to one of the events to see if you have what it takes. All Master Summoners are invited to compete in a game store near them in one of the 10 participating US cities. Each regional battle has merch and prizes, and one semi-finalist will win a grand prize package that includes airfare, 5 nights in a hotel, and a full conference 4-day badge to Gen Con 2023. And while they're there, they can compete for the $10,000 worth of prizes for the tournament's final face-off that will happen at the convention. Follow the link in this video's description for the complete contest rules, more information and instructions on how you can enter the Ops Road to Gen Con Disney Sorceress Arena Epic Alliances tournament, and good luck. Alright, let's quickfire these New Year's news items, starting with Woodcraft Roll and Write. I'm not sure that Woodcraft is even out yet in a lot of places, but the folk at Delicious Games have already released a fully fledged print-at-home roll and write game by the original designers Ross Arnold and Vladimir Suchy. In this print-and-play version of Woodcraft, 1 to 5 players have the opportunity to play a lighter roll and write version that focuses on gaining resources by choosing dice, crossing them out on their player sheets, gaining bonuses from them, and finally completing orders from customers, which, let's be honest, are all the roll and write things I enjoy doing. The original Woodcraft is a much larger and complex beast where 1 to 4 crafters play as forest people running competing workshops in the woods where you are gathering wood and crafting goods for your customers, hiring helpers, improving your workshop, and buying different types of wood and other tools to create the best workshop you can. I really like this thematically, and I've heard lots of good things, but maybe I'll be playing the roll and write before the original, as the files for the print and play are on the Woodcraft Roll and Write Board Game Geek page right now. Cosmos announced the Lord of the Rings Adventure to Mount Doom by Pillars of the Earth designer Michael Reinach, where players follow the story of Frodo's perilous journey to destroy the One Ring in the fires of Mount Doom. The players, it seems, control the fortunes of this company together in this 1 to 4 player co-op by moving the individual figures across the game board on this familiar journey, all while trying to dodge the Nazgul, which is the first time I think I've used the word Nazgul. The movement of the characters is controlled by a special dice mechanism, and coloured dice determine which figure can be moved, which provides, we are promised, simple to understand but significant to solve problems. Lookout Games announced a big box version of Isle of Skye, which contains the base game, which won the Kenner Spiel des Jahres in 2016, the Druids expansion, as well as additional scoring and tunnel tiles, along with a new mini expansion, Randgebiet. Though interestingly, not the Journeyman expansion, it seems. In the game, 2 to 5 players are each the leaders of Scottish clans where you lay tiles to create a combo scoring kingdom, and this is all paired with an auction phase where you set the prices for your tiles to both entice and to bluff your way to getting what you want. The Randgebiet, or Borderland expansion, is a new module that can be added in where players start with the same 6 Borderland tiles in their supply, and each of them has only 2 sides for connections and 2 already closed borders. And in each round, when you place one of your other tiles, you may also place 1 Borderland tile, and by doing this in the best way at the right time, you can gain new ways to score throughout the game. There was also another big box game from Lookout floating around the internet, though all reference to it has since disappeared, and that was for Nusfjord, so expect that as well in the future. Maybe. Whatever it may contain. Looney Labs have been offering a holiday gift recently with their free rule set that turns any version of Fluxx into a solo game. This is a rule set that you can download from their website, making the incredibly popular game a solo experience. Fluxx is a simple and frenetic card game, normally for 2 to 6 players, where the rules, as the name suggests, are in flux, as each card you play significantly alters both how you play and how you win. So as there is a Star Trek Voyager Fluxx game, how could I not want to try out the solo version? With a new year over and done with, finally, the next thing to look forward to is Burns Night, and you can't have Burns Night without Haggis, so it's a good thing that Portland Game Collective are bringing this just wonderful game back. So Haggis is a climbing game where you aim to make card combinations and bombs to score for cards in your hand and score for cards collected in tricks. It really is a fantastic little game. And this new edition will be released this year with updated rules, an expanded player count and new art, though the original rule set will be included as well in the box. And Kramer and Kiesling's 2013 Euro game Coal Barons is coming back, with a Kickstarter launching on January 17th. This new edition of Coal Barons from CNC Publishing retains the rules of the original game, but hopes to enhance the game experience with what they are calling modernised, more user-friendly and ergonomic quality hardware, as well as new art. Coal Baron is a worker placement game that has 2 to 4 players sending miners underground to dig tunnels and acquire coal, which comes in 4 levels of quality and is used to fulfill contracts, and this new version is being described as a deluxe edition of the game with new art and upgraded components. And finally, I wanted to finish with some good old-fashioned watch it played news. You know, us. And we firstly wanted to say thank you to everyone that's here watching what we do. That now includes actually watching games being played. In fact, we did 133 hours of playing games over on Twitch. That's on top of the other 157 videos that we put out last year here on YouTube. But that's all old news, last year's nonsense. We have lots of new things to be looking forward to. Firstly, AirCon 2023 is coming up really fast. That's 4 days of gaming from March 9th till the 12th. The event has a bring and buy sale as well, which is where I'll be the whole time. We love being partnered with AirCon in Harrogate, and we'd love to see you there. It's in Britain, so bear that in mind, but the whole team will be there. And we will be doing our next 2-day party stream, but we're all going to Canada, to Rodney's house to do it. That's 2 days of streaming games that's coming up really soon. So we'll let you know when we have a bit more information for you. But if you want to see what else we've been up to right now, you can start over here with our latest Q&A show, and I'll see you over there.